Yeah, really excited today to announce Grand Slam Track. I've been working on this for quite some time. My team, we've been working for over a year to develop the concept. So super excited today to be able to finally announce and introduce Grand Slam Track. So this is the premier league of track, premier series of races for track. It's the NBA of track, the PGA Tour of track, the Formula One of track, if you will. We're the best of the best racers, only the fastest, most popular athletes in track, compete against one another head-to-head 4 times a year as professionals, compensated as professionals to come and compete in our series, so they're guaranteed to be there with unprecedented prize money, $100,000 for first place, 8th place is $10,000. So, you know, something that has never been done in the sport before, with a competition structure that guarantees that our fans over, each one of our slams gets to see that athlete compete twice with jeopardy and stakes, storytelling, like what you see in professional sports and what we have lacked for so long in track.
The thing that there was so much good information there and everything. Tell me about, I've heard about there's like a reported like $30 million that is already from investors and everything else. How do you plan to, add revenue? I imagine you revealed the name today, so there'll be t-shirts and there'll be other things to start generating some revenue. What are some other things? I know these meets don't start till April, but what are some things you're doing to, fund and invest in this long term? As an idea, not just it's here for a little while, and
Yeah. So I think that what track fans specifically have to understand is this sort of, you have to get out of the mindset of track and into the mindset of other professional sports. I've been an investor in professional sports before, and your revenue streams are primarily television, ticket revenue and sponsors. That's the primary revenue streams. You don't build those overnight. Those come over time. You've got to build your audience, which is what we're doing, and that's why we have. It's great that we have fantastic investors who have invested over $30 million into this. We have other investors that want to come on board if we need. So this will take some time, but we have great interest from television broadcasters who want to come on board. So we'll be able to, ultimately have a partner that's going to help us to help build that fan base. And it is fans. If you don't have fans, you can't generate revenue. And you have to understand that and be hyper-focused on that, which we are, and making sure that this is built for fans. You build it for fans, you develop that fan base, and the revenue is there in event day, broadcasting, ticketing, and sponsors.
One last thing I want to ask is Sydney, you're the first signee. I think it represents a lot too. Track, women's sports is obviously taken is on the rise for everything in any which way, and regardless of sport. Having Sydney as your first person, what is she? What is she like a symbol of what you want to do?
Sydney is the symbol of an athlete who has just been craving these big moments, the ability to get out and compete on a grand stage. You think about Sydney's career, she doesn't race often. She races almost exclusively at the big championships, but there aren't enough of those. There's one every 4 years or one every year at best. She wants to do that more often if it exists. So when I first went to Sydney and said, hey, here's what we're doing, you'll have the opportunity to race 4 times a year, but you also have the obligation to race 4 times a year. She said, sign me up. This is what I wanted. Big event, cuts through, major media, I'm all about it. So I think that Sydney represents the idea that, and what these athletes have been craving for a while. She didn't race because she didn't have to, and then the events that she wanted to compete in didn't exist because they weren't significant, big rival, big time events, and now she has that.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for your time, Michael, and appreciate it, and good luck going forward.
Thank you.